Do you actually need to buy a drone? My name is Ryan Coover. I have a video production company here in Kansas City, and I love drones. They're a great tool. There's so much you can do with them. I use the DJI Air 2S. Takes great video, great pictures. And today I'm going to answer the question, do you need a drone for content creation in your business? And there's three topics I'm going to talk about. What will you use it for? The legal stuff. I'm not a lawyer, but there's some hoops you got to jump through to be able to use these things for business purposes. And then time and money, is it worth it? So the first one is, what will you use it for? Every time I bust this thing out, people are like, oh, is that a drone? What are you doing? It's real exciting. They're a lot of fun. You know, they make some noise. People notice them. But what are you going to use it for? If you have a restaurant, you're going to get maybe an establishing shot or some pictures of the building itself. You're going to get some broader pictures of the area your restaurant's in. But other than that, how often are you going to use it? Is it worth going through all the hoops and time to learn to get a drone for your business? Maybe not. I don't know. If you're in real estate, it might be worth it. If you're just want to get a general batch of content and you have time to learn, drones can give you a ton of pictures and cool videos that you'll use all the time. But there's other questions that you should consider. One being, what are you going to do with the footage? Do you know how to edit videos and pictures? See, if you don't know how to do those first steps, you might be putting the cart in front of the horse. You know, you go out with your drone and you take all this crazy cool footage, big landscape, broad shots and pictures, and now what are you going to do with them? Now you got to learn how to edit and, you know, publish it and put it with other videos to make sense, to really tell a story. And if you don't know how to do those first, you might be wasting your time and money getting the drone. So first you might want to just practice editing your normal camera footage with your phone or with a big camera that you have before you go out and invest money in the drone itself. And then, what kind of person are you when it comes to technology? Are you pretty handy? Or are you one of those people that buys something because it's real exciting and then never put the time or effort into using it or learning how to use it? And that's something you just got to talk, you got to know yourself. Is this just exciting? You saw a cool picture or video online and you're like, I'm going to go do it? Or are you going to be wasting your time buying something, fly it a couple times, and put it away and never use it again? Maybe ask a friend that has a drone if you can borrow theirs for a weekend and see if you truly like using it. So that's the first thing I would think of, is what are you going to use it for, and are you going to be able to apply it effectively to your business? And then number two is the legal issues when it comes to it. I'm not a lawyer, and you need to look up your rules in your area, but most likely you're going to need your Part 107 from the FAA if you're using it for businesses or marketing purposes. As a video production company, I have my Part 107 because I use drones for clients and getting footage, and I don't want to catch any fines. And it'll cost you a hefty fine if you get caught using it for marketing purposes and you don't have your Part 107. Another thing you need to look at is your location. Are you by an airport? There's restricted airspaces that you cannot fly drones and other aircraft without either permission, or you can't fly at all because it's a controlled airspace. And that could be an issue. If you're right by an airport, there's a chance you can't even use the drone. So don't waste your time or money. And then the last thing is registering your drone. If you go buy a drone like this one, it weighs more than 250 grams, you have to register it with the FAA. If you're a hobbyist and you're just wanting to use this for, videos of you doing your hobbies or doing stuff with family, look for a drone that's 249 grams or less. DJI has a couple, the Mavic Mini series, but ultimately look up your local laws and regulations to make sure you are complying with those standards. And the last thing is time and money. There's two scales of this. One, is it worth your time? If you're a high net worth individual, it might not be worth your time to learn how to use this thing, get your Part 107 and all those things. You might just want to pay somebody like me to go out and get the footage that you want. Unless it's just something you want to do for a hobby and just generally interests you, why waste your time doing this if you can just pay somebody to do it for you? And the other side of that scale is, can you afford it? You could get a cheaper drone like the the Mavic Mini 2 or buy a used one. But if you get the new, you're looking at $500-$600, depending on the package you get, batteries, extra blades, controller options, stuff like that. And it can get expensive. And if you're using it for business, you gotta get your Part 107. I paid for a course, so I make sure I pass the test. And it takes money and time. You gotta study. And do you have that time and money to put forth to learn these skills? So those are 3 things I consider when looking at getting into buying a drone for your business, for marketing purposes. And if it's worth the time for you, great. They are a lot of fun. You get a lot of cool shots with them. Like I said, I use mine a couple times a week, if not more. And any day I'm going to take the drone out is a good day. But until next time, catch you on the next one.